I think saying good morning is wrong. I think you should have a positive greeting that doesn't have the word morning in it, like you're at a funeral. I think you should say rise, like this star just over the horizon is shining on me. Rise. Humanity needs to rise. And my latest observation in the absurdity of this masquerade is that employers are now getting financial inducements to do in-house testing at the place of employment by your coworkers, who may be a retail clerk or an office clerk or a warehouse person, not a medical professional, and certainly not a licensed medical professional. So let's think about that for a minute. You go to work, you go, and then the HR person says, you got to test right now to see if you've got the bug. Okay, I'm going to test since I'm an employee. And you get sent over to Bill or whoever is the imbecile at your job site, and they're going to administer a medical test and procedure to determine whether or not you have this imaginary bug. Well, first of all, I don't think you should refuse it, but conditionally say, does Bill have a license to practice medicine or conduct tests? Does Bill have extensive training? Now, the reason you need to ask that is because the phantom government is so full of shit. They're paying employers to go along with the make-believe and the masquerade. They're giving them financial inducements to do these things. So now your coworker is going to give you a test. How do we know that's accurate? It can't be any more accurate than all those nose tests they were given a year and a half ago by jail trustees in front of retail pharmacies. That's when I knew it was real bullshit, when I saw who was administering these tests in your car. A jail trustee jamming some shit up your nose and going, we got you. You got the bug. Go get the shot. So now it's come to a level of absurdity. Now your coworkers who have no training are going to take tests. And the phantom government is probably going to get a lot of false positives out of that and jack the numbers up in the press to continue the masquerade. You gotta rise up. You gotta say, just a minute here, time out. Is this legit? That's not legit. It is not legitimate to have a random coworker administer a medical test or procedure to determine whether or not you're infected with anything. It's also not legit that they have to pay the employers and give them tax breaks and other incentives in order to get them to do this. I went to a Christmas party with a family member, and nobody was wearing masks. And I asked the employer, I said, what's the deal? Well, we're not paid to do this at a private event. The state doesn't pay them. So it is a masquerade, and everybody's been invited to the ball, and people's costumes are being paid for, and the little ninja stuff over the face. It's all bullshit, and it's bad for you. So once again, I tell you to rise. Rise up and start asking questions. Start going just a minute before you're pushed into some you might not want to be pushed in. And rise, like this star right here. The light hitting my face right now is about 9 minutes from the past. But it's still there. And it's truth. And the truth is, we're all being bullshitted by this masquerade. Wake up. Smell the spiritual coffee. And even if you don't have any spirit in you, you have enough intelligence to know you're being bullshitted. Thank you for calling the Sun. Your call is important to us.